inside technique, but the Raiders were trying to take a shot down the field. Two defenders went with them, and Cam Sutton was one-on-one. And Devontae Adams just not able to shake him. He's looking for pass interference. I didn't see much there.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Chicago Bears. Now the Michigan man, Jake Moody, to get us started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 42-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 9. Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball. And sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll run with Herbert. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. Fields. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. In motion goes Patrick. Out of the gun, Fields. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters.
There he goes left side. He's still on his feet. He's on his way. Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, an 80-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are on the board here first in the season opener.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
To throw is Fields. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Here we go. Up, let's go. Up.
Fields on first down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Jalen Smith, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Here we go.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Fields now to throw. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
3rd down and 10.
Hey, 551, 551.
Now Fields. He'll get this one to Patrick. Room here to run. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
3rd and long always tilts to the defense. And I just remember as a player how many times it was hammered into my head. Know where the sticks are and get him down in front of it. But sometimes what happens is you worry about where that is much more than the person who has the ball. And on that play, they didn't have enough focus on him. And somehow he turned a short pass into a 1st down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Fields. Oh, he had a man running 3, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Ken. Hey, Ken. Out. Go.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. Stays up, and now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago! Alvin Kamara, 30 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away now from moving out in front.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The point after through the raindrops, something good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now a quick throw as they get it to Ayuk outside. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
16 more on that one and another 1st down. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1. Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's complete out left to Ayuk. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from it?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Now 2nd and 9. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Niners are able to move back in front in the 2nd quarter, and already his 2nd touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. And I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Moody good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 6-point game. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Here we go, son.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Right.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, That allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And down he'll go at the 25. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now they'll change things up. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw complete to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And they will score. A pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
Well, how about that? You use a high draft pick on this guy back in April, hoping he'll grow into a role as the season progresses. And now look at this, a pick 6 in his very first NFL game.
Sometimes the evaluation doesn't match what the kid brings to the table. He progressed quickly.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that will give him the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
3rd and 12.
Back to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Got a man. That's Ayuk.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2.
They'll look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting run backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And he's going to have a 1st down here, as they're also into field goal range at the 28.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's Samuel, caught left side. And now a fumble. The ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Up the gut, McCaffrey. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Oh, boy, Christian McCaffrey shaken up. So hold everything here as they're going to take a look at him. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. They'll look to throw here on first down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Down to the 10. And they will score. Pick 6 for Bears touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception returned for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Back to throw, Fields.
That is caught, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following
the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Hey, going out, going out.
Fields changing the play.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Fields.
And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game.
So they got the turnover started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. McCaffrey rolling up the middle.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
He'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 45-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. hits the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Christian McCaffrey taking it in from 24 yards out. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Now Moody for the PAT. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they... Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Now, the offense had really not been able to mount anything yet on that drive, and the defense made sure they couldn't mount anything. The interception and the return adding 6 to the scoreboard.
And that's no small return for a linebacker, partner. He took matters into his own hands and his legs on that pick. And once he had it, I don't think anyone on the field could have stopped him.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Here we go.
2nd and 6. To throw is Fields. He's got the connection to Moore. They juked him and able to get this with a piece before the 5 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Kamara up the middle. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, here's Fields.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
He's across midfield.
And finally taken down at the 34. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Play action. Fields looking deep here for Mooney. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jonah Mooney, 34 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here, and we're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied fourth quarter as the kick is away here. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Fields now to throw.
Flushed out right. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the 1st down with his legs instead.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Here we go,
2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here we go, son.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Jump. Hey, Ken. Right.
Here's Fields. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown, Bears! Alvin Kamara.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Bears have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Lutz with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Eddie Jackson picks it,
and the Bears will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here we go, Scott.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now Fields.
That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
They snap it to Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Here we go, Scott. No muss, no muss.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that is incomplete. Well, Those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is going to have the Bears first. And that should be the capper. They go quickly here out to Moore. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14.
Back to throw. Fields.
Rolling to his right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Here we go.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Here's Fields.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On for the field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They've got his man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
George Kittle. It's a gain of 32.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got it at the 15. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone